let's continue and see what else we have. We did get a police officer clothing. I like that it specifies stolen.
No signs of corrosion. You just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with? Only becomes a problem if the objects start talking back. Make my job a whole lot easier if they would, though.
What, any specifics about the repair you're doing?
See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing is currently non-operational. Some problem with the lifting mechanism. No lift means no sky mines. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, gee, nice weather we're having today.
May possible to rebalance the propellant inside the mechanism.
Please, I'm not some flathead doesn't know her hygroscopic compounds. You mess with the balance, you risk the whole thing combusting.
No, huge emits molecular excitement before reversing the compound's polarity.
Are you loaded to the bulkhead? There is no universe where that works.
Sure, well, I've done it 100 times. Well, twice. Once. But it worked.
Law, I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. All right, scientist, do your worst. I'll be over there if you need me. Way over there. Should clear the blast radius at that distance.
Okay. But with a little engineering and a manual, we can do that.
That must be the greenhouse. You know, one where that Emeline is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
Ah. Messages. I began my work here, including taking over my predecessor's overseer role at the greenhouse. Unfortunately, it seems the Fairfield situation is even worse than I'd feared. That buffoon Caldwell apparently felt receiving our inventory as aerial drops was just too much effort, so he was having the pilots set their asses down at the old Protectorate landing pad, after which he had moved the goods to the middle of the day, apparently expecting that everyone would just ignore their little shenanigans, no matter how much of a ruckus they caused. I considered paying a visit to Caldwell's cell in the old constable's office so as just to ask him why he could possibly be that hull-headed, but there's no answer he'd probably give that would justify the risk of our associating in public. To be certain, we knew rushing unsalted agents into position was risky, but there was so much profit to be made that he's on this damned old moon that we just had to try. Still, never in our wildest did we conjure these clods burying themselves in crabble crap this deep. In addition to the obvious smuggling, they've been run up on dozens of related crimes, including market disruption, unconscionable shrinkage, and anti-monopolistic pricing. Still, at least they're all accounted for. Unfortunately, some of the charges against them seem a mite bit weak, and if they get loose, I'll have twice the work getting this operation back on track. But given no mind shape to plan, I think we'll solve all in my next move. I finished gathering all the internal information on our troublemakers, gift-wrapped the lot of it, and left it atop the local compliance adjuster's terminal. Given the incredible financial windfall this case now offers him, I expect he'll aim to deliver our former associates to the undisputed claim as soon as humanly possible. Give me a week or two after he leaves to finish cleaning up, and we'll be ready to get our market back to work. Okay. greenhouse.
How do you protectorate folks feel about all these little rifts? Auntie insists they're the next big money-making opportunity. Between you and me, I don't buy it. Outsider.
Is everything supposed to be so sweet?
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
Looks like a lot of work. Is it just you in
I
here?
was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
Security thinks you're up to more than growing plants.
Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you?
Or why you still work here if you got better
Because
things going
all
on?
these plants were unknown inside Auntie's choice. And there's a good chance we can make something of them. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature.
Mm-hmm.
Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.0003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
Where's your terminal?
You read my terminal? How embarrassing. The compliance adjusters broke the door lock when they arrested my predecessor, and I haven't gotten around to fixing it yet. Not that I thought anyone had come snooping. I'd made careful arrangements to tie up everyone's loose ends. Everyone except you, it seems. So, why are you so interested in my other work? You're not part of compliance.
Just want to know why you turned on your own
Because
operation.
Auntie's choice expects you to forge a path that's ambitious and self-deterministic, but not so much so that it disrupts other folks' ambition and self-determinism. Blah. I can't even fathom Auntie's economy if every eager go-getter operating on the gray edge of strictly legal suddenly closed up shop. Our whole society would fall to ruins. You know, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks of the claim. Feel like making a few bits?
Depends on the job. What are you offering?
I'm part of Sub Rosa.
Hmm.
We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and
faction.
commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you.
So your message. I know what happens to people you work with.
They were rubes, nitwits, dolts so lacking in faculties that they couldn't handle the minuscule, and by that I mean damn tiny, amount of discretion this job requires. They had to be dealt with so we could all get back to work. And now that I'm here, things will be running right smoothly. So, long as
She's
your brain
interesting.
pan's filled with more than a half-dead sprat spinning on a rusty wheel, I absolutely guarantee this is a no-risk venture.
All right, make your pitch.
Isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardosa's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me?
And why should I care about
Because
Sorosha's friendship?
are the black market in Arcadia.
Mm-hmm.
Odds are, at some point, you're going to need something you just can't get legally. Then you'll be thrilled we're
Yeah,
associated.
that's fair.
Sub Rosa feeds that appetite to not just survive, but to thrive. And that's taking all of us places. We're more than simple opportunists. We are opportunistically driven. Trust me, for both short-term benefits and long-term prospects, you want to be our friend.
What if I get caught?
It'll probably be nothing. She's just a sergeant, not someone who has any real pull. And I've already made arrangements with everyone who matters. So, if she catches you, about the worst she can do is a switch on the rest. And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
Okay. Okay, these aren't stealing.
Ectoplasm. Wait.
Ronnie or engineering?
Nope. Just taro excrement. Good.
Craft the paper or bypass in 3 hacking. Sentinel Lorenz. Contingencies. I confess that I don't think a cellar would be of much use when I first moved into this house. Imagining a natural disaster or some unlawful uprising occurring in Fairfield of all places seemed absurd. Now we are at war, and I have even heard rumored that the invaders will attack Paradise Island. Should the worst come to pass, my resolve will not waver. I will of course answer duties called and repel these fiends by any means necessary, but having somewhere safe to fall back on could prove valuable. Twice this week I've input the wrong code and locked myself out of this terminal. If it happened the 3rd time, I suspect I would be recommended for mental refreshment due to insufficient recollection. Given how scattered I felt, maybe that would be for the best. I keep waiting for the Sovereign to call me up to combat the invaders, but no, I have orders to remain here in Fairfield. No matter, I must remain diligent. Perhaps I'll write the code down and pin it on to the refrigerator or some such until I properly memorized it. It's not as though I entertain visitors. Access administrator controls. Unseal cellar. The exterior entrance to the cellar is now accessible. Sell junk. Recipe for biomass grenade. Get recipes for all of these if we can. Short rounds still needed, unless... Okay. It said exterior access to cellar. Ah. Nice.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
I'm not here to fight.
Spare me such timid drivel. We needn't waste time bandying lies. Of course, I know why you're really here. You have come to exact retribution for our larceny at your greenhouse.
Why would you ransack the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
Your hands are shaking and you stink of old salt and you're starving, aren't you?
I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation. And that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure. Enough! We know what is expected of us, and we have readied ourselves to meet death in all its personas. Have you?
You did me a big favor here. I knew someone, or something, had been absconding with food from the greenhouse, but never in a million
That's
skips
quite a
would I
piece
have
of
guessed
armor
it
he's
was
wearing.
stowaways. Huh. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
I'm already standing here. Spit it out.
I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish. Huh. Well, she always did wrench my funny bone with her pranks. It must seem woeful of me to be carrying on in this fashion, though, don't it? Looking for signs and such.
Sounds like she was really special to you.
Was. Yeah. Oh, that feels good to say aloud, even if it hurts too. Romantic entanglements ain't exactly encouraged between troopers, especially in the same division. Supposedly compromises our decision-making in the field. But I digress. Thanks for your help.
Slight
and
boost.
for listening to my languishments. Glad someone else might remember her now, too.
Hey, level up. Alright, 2 skill points. So I think I want a hack skill. And maybe 1 medical.
Emeline will be pleased not to have to worry about her fruits and such going missing anymore.
Gained high security lockbox. Let's see if I can get this one mod that was in here. Yeah. Probably supposed to talk to him out there, but whoops. I don't see any people here. I'm not gonna read all this. So you've just been liberated. What now? Auntie wants to help you acclimate to your wondrous new freedom. Lily Hans, goodbye.
My Juliana. Even though I now rank among the Protectorate's foes, I hoped you would return to me. Every night I would sneak out of Fairfield, despite the danger, desperate to find you. Hoping you would see fit to join your wife. Yet no one has heard from you since you went to the Skycutter facility. Not in 2 weeks. I can only assume the worst. I don't think I can stay in this town any longer. Perhaps if I return to suffer the Protectorate's justice, I shall at least learn what became of you. And if you are gone, I hope I shall be executed. Then at least we shall be together.
Oof. Oh my. Okay, let's hear. Subject DeVries. Oh, to Augustine DeVries. Okay. From Supervisor Class First Class Camarillo. Subject DeVries, you are to report to your post in the Information Input and Retrieval Department at 06:30 tomorrow. And so sure, I don't need to tell you, every member of the Protectorate is vital to the whole, no matter how seemingly small and insignificant their role may seem to be. We expect you to conduct yourself as a harmonious part of the Protectorate. Okay, Subject DeVries, it's not unheard for one to sustain injuries over the course of a spirited match of pitchball, even ones as serious as your shattered femur and internal hemorrhaging. In my experience, however, virtually all cases can be traced back to overindulgence in Sovereign's Pride vodka. While it's an understandable misconception, such overindulgence does not demonstrate a subject's pride for their subservience to our sovereign. Fortunately for you, in the short time you've been here, your work has been nothing but superlative, so this will not add greatly to your demerits. Nonetheless, it is your duty to work through such injuries, to be an example to your fellow subjects on how to put aside one's self-importance to elevate us all. Remember, we're all key components in the safety and success of the Protectorate. Subject DeVries, your recent irregular behavior has been overlooked due to your exemplary work in the long years prior to the invasion. However, I am not plagued by my predecessor's lack of character, which has reportedly now been rectified by a course of mental refreshment, thanks to the Sovereign. And it is incumbent upon me to follow up on the report that you were heard espousing opinions similar to the precepts of the traitorous order. I am certain that this is but a miscommunication in these somewhat confusing times. Do not let it happen again. Important announcements, huh? To all subjects of the Protectorate, the scourge of unfettered capitalism has come to Arcadia and brought with it the seeds of its own destruction. Their invasion armada exacerbated the rift anomaly which was naturally occurring and well within our ability to control, causing it to fracture the aether further, sending invisible tendrils in all directions. This has closed off the colony from any support they may have been awaiting, but has caused us no harm, being self-sufficient in every way. These bit worshippers will soon taste defeat. It is your duty to resist their sugared temptations, process promises, and low-quality goods they are using to try to subjugate our beloved colony. Do not hesitate to sacrifice your life to stop them, or to report your fellow subjects for collusion or weakness. Any subject caught with their products will be dealt with. Okay. Another announcement. As of this day, the Order of the Ascendant has declared themselves enemies of the Protectorate. That they have chosen to do so in the wake of the corporate invasion of our beloved colony attests to their true nature. It is now obvious that the corporate incursion was somehow helped by the traitors of the Order, else it would have been crushed before it began. Rest assured, the Sovereign knew of their treachery well in advance of their betrayal and thus was not taken by surprise. Any communications from, to, or involving the Order in any way are now to be considered enemy correspondence and must be forwarded to the Ministry of Accuracy. Alright, what do we got back here? DeVries submerged tracker. DeVries' tracker appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside this container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. Got it. And... okay. From Augustine DeVries to Savannah Lockwood. Savannah, your last missive stung me to my core. I can't believe you'd accuse us of such. Yes, I am still in contact with Victor. The schism between the Protectorate and the Order is of no consequence to us, but we are decidedly not whispering poison in each other's ear, and I can assure you the dark path you accuse us of going down is one of necessity, not choice. I never burdened you with the knowledge of the things I've done, what I've been forced to live with, but therein lies the rub. I find I can do so no longer. The time for action has come. Do you remember the cliffhanger ending of the Sentinels versus the Cult of Corporatism's 6th chapter? One way or another, I fear we are hurtling towards the same inevitable conclusion. This is one thing I cannot allow, no matter the cost. Regardless, my time on Paradise Island is over. As we used to say, see you in the equation, my friend. How can you say you never burdened me with what you've done? You may have never shared specifics with me, but that doesn't mean I didn't feel your suffering, Augustine. The invasion of Paradise Island is driving us all to new levels of despair, and your last message has me fearing that it has pushed you to a place of madness. I'm begging you, forget that void-damned cereal and whatever it is you're planning, and please, please come see me before you do anything that cannot be undone. This ought to make you laugh. I am holed up in the Old Order Chapel of all places. Maybe because it reminds me of better days with you, me, and Victor. Mission logs.
My cover story has worked.
Okay.
I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters.
Day 153.
I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I?
182.
I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
Interesting.
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
I've seen many colleagues lose themselves to an obsession.
And how many of those colleagues went and blew up a space station on account of it? Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known he wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangular, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
What were people saying about her?
She was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Somewhat embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangular. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
Always ascribe to malice even that which can be explained by incompetence, I say.
Ain't cynical if it turns out true.
Thanks for the
DeVries
hydrate.
was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
I'm not surprised religion has been used to control and manipulate for
Does some good
eons.
too. Even I can admit that not everyone following the plan is a fanatic. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
And what's kept you going all these years?
Didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. Until then, what kept me going was mostly training and stubbornness. And Val. But to your point, Holding someone who's wronged you accountable for their actions ain't an act of vengeance. Some might call it justice.
It's a fine line
Whatever
between the
name
two.
you put to it, it'll feel damn good all the same. Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
Okay. All right. See what this says. Okay, this is the so you've just been liberated once again. I like that he has a little climbing animation. Didn't have that in the first game. I don't recall it anyway. Alright, so let's take a look at our quests. What do we have? Saboteur of Paradise. You found Reeves' locker. You located a house. It's been suggested that Teen Minister Milver Street and the town hall may have information about DeVries. Seek assistance in infiltrating the Vox Relay Station. Infiltrate the Vox Relay Station. Oh. Gain access to Officer Cardoza's terminal. Acquire keys to unlock the lockbox. Yeah. Stalking of associate. At the Order of the Ascendant Chapel. Spire Grove. Destroy the Hover Groves. Okay. Alright, let's see here. That is a big building. Let's make sure we're not missing anything else. Kind of on the main drag here. Workbench. Oh, this is a weapon workbench. Or like a welcome, yeah, this is a weapon mod workbench. So we currently have the ED service pistol and the repeating rifle. So here's like repeating rifle, explosive rounds, shock barrel. Okay, we don't have any money, so I'm not going to do that now. We should have all of these already. Recipe known, yeah.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like? Well, if it isn't a new face in Fairfield. What I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 10% more flavor. Or was it crunch?
I'm making notes. You've taken notes in your hand. You to Auntie's Choice by any chance?
Oh, that? That's nothing. Just a supply list. Oh, I suppose my advertorial deficiencies are obvious, huh? Knew I should have gone in on that extra training course. Anyway, let's try this again. Welcome to More Perfect Goods, a proud Auntie's Choice franchise. How can I improve your day? I'm sure you'll find something that'll fit your liking.
Kinetic biomass pistol, rattler, Advanced decryption key. Okay, I could use some of these. Some mods. Foot soldier helmet. Foot soldier armor. Sadly, all this food isn't going to give us much.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
This is one of my favorites. No admittedly I'm far from deserting. The following is a special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of...
How can I improve your day the Auntie's way?
You're running the store along?
I've been working the store going on a few weeks now. Got promoted shortly after Auntie's Choice liberated Fairfield. Still finding my stride with all the marketing suavities, as you witnessed. Advertising's been a right struggle to get a hold of, much to my chagrin.
What was your job before this?
Associate Waste Systems Technician. Wasn't the job I wanted, just the one I got. Came home smelling like a sewer sprat more time than not. I do not miss those days. I should count myself lucky that putting words together in a way that sounds smart is the hardest challenge facing me in this job. Reckon I'll get better over time. I hope.
Fair. What's the problem exactly?
Well, advertising is an essential part of my business. But I haven't got any new products to advertise. Just the same stock I had yesterday. And the day before that. According to the guide, in situations such as this, I'm to consult my marketing department for new copy. Except I don't have one of those either.
Keep putting a request for new merchandise.
Didn't want to seem discourteous by asking. I still sometimes forget this isn't the Protectorate. Maybe I will put in the request. That'll sure show some initiative. Thanks for all your help. Now, is there anything I can do for you? Thanks for noticing. All part of the presentation, of course. Think success, present success, be success.
Not sure worried about thieves?
It'd be a mite tricky for anyone to swipe something when I'm standing right here. Nothing gets past these peepers. Sure thing. Exit encouragement. Hold on, that's not right. Just a moment, I'll remember. When you want better than the best, think more perfect goods. Say, I think I'm getting a handle on this. Top rungers, here I come.
Okay. He's got some good merch. If we get to the point that we have money. Okay. So this is probably like town hall. Whether it's an orifice or a face? What? Not you put the face in orifice. Okay. Yeah, that's just lodging. We've already been to DeVries' home. Notification to have dear mother, father, mother, guardian name. I regret to inform you that your son, daughter, child, employee, rank, first name, last name was killed in action at location on date. Now that the star of this mentioned ring you now that soldier rank last name was valuable Auntie's Choice asset and that their contribution to the war effort on Eden will not be forgotten. Oh my god. This might be something we have to do. Down the line is go up and around. Let's keep looking around.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point, especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough.
All right, what do you have
Come
to
see
say?
me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material.
Oh my god.
Do you believe in signs? I sell to the gullible and impressionable. You, however, seem a mite too clever to buy what I'm peddling. No, friend, I've got something better in mind for you. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
Oh, interesting. We can talk. We can whisper to our party. I'm trying to find someone
I
here.
have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure.
We've already seen that.
Surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Share them with me, and we can brave them together.
I need to get to the Vox relay.
Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll. But if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed.
It's a bit vague, isn't it?
Hear me out. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Ceylon, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst.
Likely. So go to this ministry and retrieve the info. Anything else?
One additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimate. An opportunity to attain my goals and stick my finger in Babylon's eye?
Hello, Gwydion.
Grand as when I led in the performance department showing of the life of a salesman. Find your way
How are you,
to the
dear?
Ministry of Accuracy. And if Trooper Sealong is still alive, do send her back here to debrief. She's still contracted to us after all.
How are you doing? How was your stream? We're doing pretty well. We're getting the hang of
I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems.
Outer Worlds
Even the
too.
whole of Spacer's Choice couldn't outmaneuver her.
You finished Alan Wake 2? Nice. How did you enjoy the ending? I still have not played it, but it's definitely on my
Look, it
list.
ain't DB Milver Street's newest sycophant. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, and you can consider that introduction the start and end of our personable relationship. If you'd spoken with me like I suggested, mayhaps the two of us could bandy words, but you didn't. And taking sides with Milver Street means I got no use for you. The peddler of half measures returns. Suppose it's too much to hope that you speak in half sentences. Make it quick, yeah?
Nope, we got nothing. Okay. It was a lot, but it was good. It also left a lot ambiguous. Yeah, it seems like the type of game that would leave a fair amount of ambiguity. Huh. Looks like I should be able to get up there, but... maybe I can from here. Yeah. But... oh. Got it, that's it. Seems like the kind of game that's not going to give you necessarily clear answers about everything. Ah. Counter advertisement commands the Skyline. With a skilled hand, one can extract the hollow emitter out of the core and shut it down for all time, or wait until the port is replaced. Part is replaced. We gained an advertising hollow emitter. Is that good? I don't know, but it's ours now. Well, hopefully your stream and the rest of your day goes lovely. We're going to be here figuring out what the heck we're doing.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines.
We don't need the tutorial. We've already got figured that out.
Workbench, using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you.
Most. Fire more ammunition. We have plenty of ammunition. But if you want me to do this for some XP, I'll happily do it.
Or has my ankle been squeaking? You can hear it too, right?
You'll be lurking in the shadows as usual. I appreciate you. Mwah. Love a lurk.
Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Shock rod. Okay, let's see. Can I make one thing of comp? There we go. Fire more ammunition. Complete. Yeah, it was just to do that one-time quest. Alright, let's go into this big building here and see what this is all about. Copernicus, you are an interesting... Copernicus, okay. Alright, Ethel Tinsley, who are you?
Pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
Let me start with introductions. I'm Frog.
I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist-turned tamer can only do so much.
Cute.
One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort, and with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
I'm well acquainted with their antics.
If you too have spotted the chasm between them, I fear the Protectorate have already pinpointed the way with which to exploit it. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner. Which I would not mind if the threat of annihilation weren't hanging over us so. I am accustomed to decisive and unanimous action. Not this. And yet, I would much rather stay here, continue my work, and hope my leaders can reach an accord. Challenging though it may be, one wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew.
Let's talk about something else.
Very well. I ought to focus
I don't
more
want
on
to give
my
away
work than on
any
social tensions anyhow.
thoughts about what I've been doing. We're about teaming
I work
Raptidons.
directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best Raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild Raptidons. It's most agreeable.
Program. Well, this doesn't hurt any of them.
Trust me, they are safer here than out in the wilds. I have been reprimanded thrice now for undue pampering. I would not be here if this experiment was still causing needless suffering.
Fair. Private notes. Well, I've officially gone from chimeric scientist to Raptidon onboarding specialist, but it's not so harsh a change as I feared. These creatures require constant feeding, house training, combat conditioning, and praising in dulcet tones, yes, but they've also provided me ample opportunity to study their constitution. They've taken well to a Sava developed for wound care, far better than the average human would have. While my previous work may be lost to history, I can't help but wonder, might this have been used to aid graft recipients? If so, would we perhaps have had more successes than failures? Military has come calling for his subcutaneous injections again. Military Street getting cosmetic procedures? Alright, more on my findings later. Messages. Halted assimilation. DB, first I want to thank you for always being so kind and such a great listener. You've been of immense assistance to me in the past few years. I write to you today because I'm at a bit of a crossroads. Is it reasonable to be among a society for so long yet feel so separate from it? Try as I might to feel at one with Auntie's choice, it's as if I'm donning a costume. I wish I didn't feel so. Any advice you have will be much appreciated. Your friend Ethel. So she works for the other one, but she's got seemingly a more friendly relationship with Milver Street. Got a new gun. Where are you, Trooper Faulkner?
That's the third drone in as many days.
Yeah, we've
Where
been
the
told to
holy
talk to
damn
her.
thing's coming from?
We have been told to talk to her. You're right, you could have been killed.
Not likely. I've been keeping my lamps open for these things ever since they started attacking. But thanks for the concern all the same.
Okay.
Of course, we could have staunched the flow of drones by now if Officer Carr dispatched another patrol, as I requested. But no such luck.
Alright, Trooper Erickson told me what happened to him.
That was a nasty one. Drone downed him on the reload. I do hope he's on the mend now. Erickson's a fine fellow, if a rather poor shot.
He'll live, which is more than I could say if you hadn't saved his skin.
He told you about that? That blasted, well-meaning gas bag. Now I gotta ask him to strike my involvement from his report to Officer Carr. You see, I, wasn't exactly authorized to be shoring up other patrols on the perimeter. In fact, I might have been specifically ordered not to leave this spot. Thanks. Well, at least some people in this unit still understand the concept of discretion. And taking initiative. Trouble is, it's only a matter of time before these Protectorate drones break through and do some real damage to Fairfield. If you're keen on lending a hand, Bounty Terminal's just left of the constabulary. Carr doesn't trust me with that kind of work anymore. Not after my last performance review. So I guess we're trusting in degenerate bounty hunters now.
It's okay, I can be a degenerate bounty hunter.
That would be an understatement. Look, a fresh conscript like you wouldn't understand. I was due a promotion 3 cycles ago. Yet here I am, same rank and post, constantly being lectured and talked down, mocking me like I'm some unlearned recruit. Have to admit, I like your conviction, stranger. Maybe a bounty terminal isn't all bad, as long as folk like you are out there earning an honest bit. Go out there and do what I can't. Show that bounty terminal and those Protectorate drones why no one fucks with Fairfield.
There we go. Love that. Ah. Okay, what is here? Chief Replenishment Officer Cardoza.
Orders. Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. Quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
I'm not with Auntie's choice.
Astounded the minister hasn't yet converted you to our cause. But in the meantime, I'll trade you my own bona fides for jotting down your name. I'll spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
Better than putting the face in orifice.
I'm sure you'll find something to your liking.
Okay, so she's got a bunch of mods as well. And some weapons. Display current inventory. Turn to route. So we need the replenishment terminal key card. Oh, okay. Trooper Clara B. Faulkner. Ability to accomplish responsibilities. Marksmanship scores exceeded the standard assessment. Blah, blah, blah. Car's war chest key.
Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy?
Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy? Oh my god, amazing.
The target's not on the ground, recruit. Trainee Lindell, be so kind as to remind us all what the first rule of the range is.
Guns are weapons, not toys.
And do we aim weapons at colleagues or at our own unprotected upper stories, even in jest? Hint, we do not. The soldiers before you are former Protectorate subjects, mainly of the farming variety. No knowledge of combat. Scarce experience wielding anything deadlier than a wrench. They're accustomed to being told what to do, when to do it, even how to think. A lifetime of habitual servitude is not broken in a day.
Fair. How are you helping the trainees acclimate to their new society?
I'm only responsible for familiarizing them with the weapons they will come to rely on in future. However, having observed them on the range, they fail every hurdle, but keep getting back up. I'd say that speaks to an admirable resilience. Or stupidity. Difficult to say which.
Okay.
I don't expect someone else to do my job for me. And though it may not look it, the trainees are improving. Please excuse me. Lindell! You reload with a muzzle facing away from you. Away!
Little yurts. Examine Skymine maintenance manual. Oh.
How do you eat Purpleberry Crunch? Real warriors eat it right from the box.
How do we get that? Skymine information manual. We need that to fix that. The Skymines. All I can do is examine it, not actually pick it up.
Be back. What do you need this time?
I wonder if I can have a look at your terminal.
There's an odd request. If you've got queries about my stock, I'm sure I could answer them for you. Wait one rapt gone moment. Did Ms. Galloway put you up to this? She asked me for terminal access not even a fortnight ago. I'd call it coincidence if it didn't feel so much like conspiracy. I can't for the life of me induce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there?
Emeline Galloway asked me a specialist to ensure your terminal security is up to date.
I'm not sure why she didn't just tell me that in the first place. Well, we don't want an infiltrator exploiting any of our systems. Go ahead and do what you gotta. Key card to access the terminals, right here on the boxes beside me. Feel free to nab it.
There we go. Just inventory. Turn to Emeline in the greenhouse. Side objective complete.
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted?
Quartermaster Journal is one large shipment of Spectra block to shoulder.
That officially mops
15,
up the
nice.
last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And, as promised, my good fortune is also your good fortune.
Nice.
And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember,
Advanced
you've also
decryption
made
key.
allies that you'll find all across Arcadia. Just keep watching for
Nice.
paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa.
Nice. Level up. Cute. Okay, so we have 2 points available. What do we want to do here? We can go medical up to potentially deal with the thing going on at the doctor's. I think that required 3 medical. And then perks. We have 1 perk point available. Psychopath. Damage increased by 10%, 20%. Okay. Brand enthusiast. When you're wearing all of your equipped armor and weapons share the same brand, you gain some stuff. Scrapper. Survivalist. Creatures always drop raw meat, which can be eaten as food. 25% healing from food and drink, 25% inhaler charge from drugs. That could be really good, actually. Let's do that. Let's do that. Got it. And then we've got quests here, here, and here. And then like our main quest is up here. Okay. Let's take a little break right here. Right by these benches. And we'll come back and we'll do some of those side quests out in the wilderness. So, be back in just a couple minutes.